Hello, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel. For all of those new subscribers, thank you so much. I'm really pleased to see you here. The pressure's on now. I hope I don't disappoint. And to my regulars, well, you know I'm pleased to see you guys. You always leave me nice comments. Okay, now just a little bit of background here about my videos. I do edit my videos and I try to keep them down to a minimum of half an hour, no longer. However, if you find they're a bit hard going, you can speed them up. I know I do it myself on some videos. Anyway, here we are back again for Junk Journal January. Prompt number 4, decorated tag. I might put that one there safely. Okay, so decorated tag. Well, I've got 3 clothing tags here, and I'm going to decorate those for my journal. And here we are. We're on the pink page, and the pink page is actually a pocket. So my idea is to decorate this page and to add my 3 tags inside the pocket. Yesterday we did stained and I was just not happy with it, and I'm still playing around. I think it might be something to do with this image, I'm not sure. I did actually add a different piece over here. I didn't like that. I mean, it's a collaged piece, a digital. I may well add a bit of something here, I don't know. That page is just a work in progress for me. Okay, so now let's see, can I bring you in a little bit? Where am I? Here. Okay, that looks good. Right, so first of all, I'll move those tags out of the way. I've got a few bits and bobs to decorate those. But for this page, what I wanted to do was a little bit more subdued than this one. So I picked my favourite image, and I've got this in several sizes, and it probably came from Raw Pixel, either Raw Pixel or Flickr, but I think it was Raw Pixel. And I have a paper doily, a tea stain paper doily that I've trimmed up, and to that I've added a piece of tissue that I've gathered and folded back on itself, and that's just glued along the edge of the doily. And I've done that off camera because, you know, it's fiddly and I was at the sewing machine. Excuse me. I've also got a piece from a Chinese, it's not really a dictionary, it's to help you translate different words or phrases in written form. So I'm going to use that. I've got my image, whoops, and I've also got a little tag. Not sure where that came from. Could have been in some Happy Mail, possibly. And I'll probably trim that up too. Okay, so let's get started. First off, we'll glue this down. And I'm taking it off to the side to glue it on a glue book. And I'm just going to use my glue stick for this. And I will try and leave the frill loose so I can play around with that on the page. And straight away I'm covered in glue. Here we go. Look, I've left a thread. How good am I? We'll see how long that lasts. Okay. So next is our image, and I'm just going to butt that up as close as I can to the frill. And yeah, I might use glue stick for that too. How are you today? I hope you're well. Hope you're managing to find a little bit of craft time. I know I'm quite fortunate. I'm retired, and for some it's difficult to fit it all in. Here today, it's rather windy on the river. Very grey and rather windy. We've had rain. It was a bit stormy last night. But the rain we needed, so long as it remembers to stop. Oh, straight away I've made a mistake there. Where's my... Here it is. I want to put this down first. I find it hard to talk and craft. Oh dear. Oops. So this piece, just pop in there. Okay, that should still be good to go. That's better. And now this, I'm going to trim that outer red border off. There we go, just ink up those white edges. So tiny, the writing on there. I have to make sure I don't put it on upside down. It is that way. That will go there. Use some art glitter glue for this one. There we go. So that's the collage page. And I'm happy with that. I like the frill. So we'll just set that aside for a moment, out of harm's way. And let's start on these tags. I've got a circular one, and that was obviously off my tree skirt. That must be a year old because I bought that for last Christmas. And a couple of quite plain clothing tags. So which one will we start with? Let's start with this one. And I've got a few bits here. Is this? No, I think I'm going to use this. Yeah, that's right. This is a scrap of digital paper. Okay. Now this is fly by the seat of your pants stuff. I'm just going to glue the whole of that tag and start adding papers. And I know I want this part. Now hang on, which way round? Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. So that's the first piece. I want this piece at the end. And then this piece I want to overlap. But what I might do is trim this up a bit first so I can position that properly. You can see what I've done is I've covered the back. Actually, I've done it on two of the three tags. I've just covered with paper so that I could journal on those. Okay, so that is the tag, and Might just punch a hole here. Yeah. And I've got a selection of oh no, I don't like that one. So it is either that one, which I quite like, or that one. I think it's that one. What do you reckon? Yeah, that one. Might just ink up the edges. If I'm asking for your opinion, feel free to shout it out to me. I doubt I'll hear all the way down here, but it's nice to know that you're taking an interest. Oh dear. Oops. Yep, happy with that. More glue stick. A good amount of glue on there, and I'm going to just position that at a bit of an angle. There we go, so that's one tag. I'll have a look for some strings. Actually, I've got a piece down here. This is a bit that came with some mail, so I might use that in there. Let's put that up there out the way. So that's one tag. Okay, the second one is, now let's do this one. Now, this has got quite a long piece of cord in there. Let's just take that out. And I want to keep this, I think. And I've picked up a stamp. This is the inside of a security envelope. Don't know whether you can see that. I quite like that, so I'm going to use that under the stamp. And this is from a tea bag. Okay. This is a scrap, I think, from Daphne's diary. And I'm literally just going to, this is such a small tag, glue that over here, trim it up, and then add the front piece. So let's, how will we do this? I'll glue the tag again. This is quite stiff, this card, so I might add a little bit of art glitter glue. So I want it at about there, I think. Yeah. That's hilarious. Did you see that? I added the glue right at the top. Should have added it a bit lower down. Never mind. Just wipe that off. Trim that up. And we will ink around that. That little scrap of pink paper has been hanging around for a while. I believe my first journal, or the first journal I made for Junk Journal, January last year, used that paper. I'll have to have a look. Pretty sure it did. Okay. So what I'm thinking is just a simple collage. 3 pieces. Yep. This will be the easiest of the 3 tags. Whoops, tore that tea bag. It's fine. And this is an American stamp. And I've actually got it on part of the envelope that it came on, which I quite like. I like to keep those if I can, certainly if they've been, they've had the cancel stamp on. They make a good collage fodder. Okay. So that's that one. Let's punch. And we might use this same black and white twine. Keep it consistent. And for the back of that, I might just put some washi over the bottom. We'll add a bit of extra glue to that. Oops. So there's our second tag. And that just leaves the circular tag, which is this one. So what I'm thinking, quite like to do things in 3s, certainly backgrounds for collage. So 3 pieces if I can for the very background. And I'm going to use a bit more of this paper. If I use it at the top or the bottom, let's see. Okay, the bottom. So we'll tear this. And what I'm thinking, I want to keep this edge. Maybe I'll do it that way around. Yeah, I'll do it that way around. Because I have this little image I've taken from somewhere, and I'm going to add that there. Just for something a bit different. Okay. So first off, do the same. I will add some glue stick to the back of my circular tag. Now we might just trim that up, I think. Do you keep tags? Do you keep old clothing tags or product tags? They can be quite useful. I've seen some very pretty ones around. I never seem to buy things with the really pretty tags, but I think kids' clothing sometimes is quite interesting. Comes to something when you shop and you're looking at the tags on your clothes or the item. But yeah, I find myself doing that. Okay, so next we want this piece. I'll stick into my yuck. That's the only trouble with glue stick I find. I don't know whether it's the temperature here. It goes quite soft and ends up everywhere. Never mind. That's there. I want this piece. Not sure how much of that piece I want. might do it that way actually. So that can go there, and then we'll put this one over the top. Might end up recovering the back of that. It's got a fair amount of glue on it. That will annoy me. Okay. Do you think, do we need a flower on there? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. There we go. Once this is dry, I might, I don't know, I might just rough up those edges a bit. Didn't cut that piece very well. For now, we'll ink them. There we go. So we've used, oh, I better add some cord, hadn't I? We've used 3 clothing or product tags, scraps of paper, a stamp, fussy cut image from a book, book page. I think that qualifies, don't you? It's amazing what you can do with scraps. Okay, trim that up. So, put that away. There are our 3 tags. That one might need something along there. Let's have a look. See what I've got. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Perfect. That's the one we'll use. Might keep that one out. So we'll trim that one up. Don't need all that background. Yeah, we'll put it that way. Same as everything else. Okay. Okay, that's better. So 1, 2, 3 tags, and they will fit inside our pocket. We'll just pop that down the seam line. So that's our number 4, prompt number 4, decorated tag. I mean, that pocket is quite large. You could add just the sheet for journaling, but there's plenty of room on the back of the tags as well, I think. Yeah, I didn't think I'd like this. Thought this one might be the difficult one, but I'm actually quite pleased. Okay, oh sorry, it would help if you could see what I'm talking about. This one I like, particularly. I don't mind all 3. All right, we'll pop those back in. And that is day 4. And now I'll move on to day 5.